Hello. Okay, so today I'm doing Matthew chapter 6, 14, and 15. So 14 and 15 of chapter 6 is, "For if you forgive others their offenses, your heavenly Father will forgive you as well. But if you don't forgive others, your Father will not forgive your offenses." So I thought that was interesting because it's like, basically what I wrote here is no one is perfect. There's three sides to a story. Everyone always hears there's three sides to a story. And I think becoming impartial, a big thing is embracing conflict. So, in my adult life, I've learned to embrace conflict and that there are truly three sides to a story. Now, of course, there's kind of like right and wrong, right? If you're sowing injustice, yeah, that's wrong. But if you are misunderstood and you're not intentionally doing anything to harm somebody, you are equal. You and the other person are equal, if that makes sense. So it's like, if you forgive others and their offenses, your heavenly Father will forgive you as well. So I also take this as kind of like, I think a lot of, when I started putting myself in other people's shoes, so, even people who deliberately, sow injustice, right? You can kind of, it helps you be more impartial, and it helps you understand that there are three sides to a story. My personal saying is you can't be too far left and you can't be too far right. And this doesn't have anything to do with politics. I think you just have to have a balanced approach. And even in the worst situations, where someone is sowing injustice, if you really look at the psychology of it, it's like a lot of it is childhood. A lot of it is behavioral. It doesn't make it right. But understanding that there are three sides to a story really ties into, for if you forgive others, your heavenly Father will forgive you as well. So that's basically what I got. You're fine. You're fine. This is for my private, like, YouTube. It's not. So yeah, your Father will not forgive. Okay. But if you don't forgive others, your Father will not forgive your offenses. So, if you decide, okay, this is my, like, if you're too prideful, right? If you're too far left or right, basically it goes back to judgment. Actually, judgment is here somewhere, but it's like, judgment is here, I think, in chapter 7. Do not judge, right? Do not judge so that you won't be judged. For you will be judged by the same standard with which you judge others, and you will be measured by the same standards, the same measure you use. So just with that, it's like, what I'm getting is that you can't, just being able to kind of like hold yourself, obviously, like, not obviously, but holding yourself to a high standard, holding yourself to, a standard of faith, holding yourself through, through God and through, following God. But no, you're fine. Following God, you have to kind of be impartial and a little bit, and just seeing three sides to a story, not being too far left or right, because you don't want that done to you. And more importantly, I think that Matthew 6, 14, and 15 is basically saying, again, just from my perspective, that you will be judged. If you judge people based on, if you judge people and don't forgive their offenses, God will not forgive your offenses. So unless you're perfect, then I mean, and you're not, like, no one's perfect at all. So I guess just taking away any kind of pride, taking away any kind of, you know, too far left, too far right, or I'm right on this and they're wrong. Just taking that away and just being impartial and basically forgiving others and not judging others will basically allow God, or not allow God, but it leaves, I guess, and basically God won't judge you. Or, oh my God, my brain is like, basically what I'm getting is that if you don't forgive others, your Father will not forgive your offenses. So basically you kind of just want to live your life in a way that you will be forgiven by forgiving others, and not holding yourself too high of a standard, because there are three sides to a story, and you don't want, you know, the time that you decide that there aren't three sides and there's just your side to be judged against you when you fall short, and you need the same, you know, and you need somebody to be impartial and to see your side too, if that makes sense. So that is what I got.